From some policeman and a moral, G.K. Chesterton. The other day, I was nearly arrested by two excited policemen in a wood in Yorkshire. I was on a holiday and was engaged in that rich and intricate mass of pleasures, duties, and discoveries, which for the keeping of the profane was disguised by the exotic name of nothing. At the moment in question, I was throwing a big Swedish knife at a tree, practicing, alas, without success, that useful trick of knife throwing by which men murder each other in Stevenson's romances. Suddenly, the forest was full of two policemen. There was something about their appearance in and relation to the greenwood that reminded me, I don't know how, of some happy Elizabethan comedy. They asked what the knife was, who I was, why I was throwing it, what my address was, trade, religion, opinions on the Japanese war, name of a favorite cat, and so on. They also said I was damaging the tree, which was, I'm sorry to say, not true, because I could not hit it. The peculiar philosophical importance, however, of the incident was this. After some half-hour's animated conversation, the exhibition of an envelope, an unfinished poem, which was read with great care, and I trust with some profit, and one or two other subtle detective strokes. The elder of the two knights became convinced that I really was what I professed to be, that I was a journalist, that I was on the Daily News. This was the real stroke. They were shaken with a terror common to all tyrants, that I lived in a particular place as stated, and that I was stopping with particular people in Yorkshire who happened to be wealthy and well known in the neighborhood. In fact, the leading constable became so genial and complimentary at last that he ended up by representing himself as a reader of my work. And when that was said, everything was settled. They acquitted me and let me pass. But I said, what of this mangled tree? It was to the rescue of that dryad, tethered to the earth, that she rushed like knight errants. You, the higher humanitarians, are not deceived by the seeming stillness of the green things, a stillness like the stillness of the cataract, a headlong and crashing silence. You know that a tree is but a creature tied to the ground by one leg. You will not let assassins with their Swedish dagger shed the green blood of such a being. But if so, why am I not in custody? Where are my gyves? Produced from some portion of you persons, my moldy straw and my grated window. The facts of which I have just convinced you that my name is Chesterton, that I am a journalist, that I am living with the well-known and philanthropic Mr. Blank of Ilkley cannot have anything to do with the question of whether I have been guilty of cruelty to vegetables. The tree is nonetheless damaged, even though it may reflect with a dark pride that it was wounded by a gentleman connected with the liberal press. Wounds in the bark do not more rapidly close up because they are inflicted by people who are stopping with Mr. Blank of Ilkley. That tree, the ruin of its former self, the wreck of what was once a giant of the forest, now splintered. And laid low by the brute superiority of a Swedish knight, that tragedy, Constable, cannot be wiped out even by stopping for several months more with some wealthy person. It is incredible that you have no legal claim to arrest even the most august and fashionable persons on this charge. For if so, why did you interfere with me at all?